Welcome back to our one-on-one with Dr. Pankaj Naramji and Dr. Clint Rogers. Dr. Clint, you were telling us about how your father has been cured of all his ailments because of these natural remedies. And now you're also affiliated with Dr. Naram's Academy of Ancient Secrets. Now, can you tell us about the mission of this academy?
Yeah, thank you very much, Kanika. So as I was mentioning right before the break, I asked Dr. Naram, what do you want? I mean, you're giving to so many people around the planet, but what do you want? And he says, I really want these ancient secrets to be in every heart and in every home. And now I've been with him and traveled, I must have been in 90 cities, probably 10 different countries, and I see everywhere it's the same. Over 100 people a day come in Europe, the US, Canada, 300 to 500 in India. And one of the things that surprised me was how many doctors come, how many medical doctors and their families come. And when I would ask them, why are you coming? They said that it's because there's a power here, because the results speak for themselves.
Right.
And now many, many doctors. So in Germany, for instance, there's a university where I've been with him. He's teaching all of the medical doctors at that university in Germany. He's the head of a program teaching ancient secrets. I was with him in New Jersey, not even last year, when he received an award from the governor of New Jersey for helping and healing so many of the 9/11 first responders. And this is a perfect example as well. So these firefighters, police officers, volunteers who want to do something good with their life, when the Twin Towers came down, they went there to help.
Yeah.
As a result, they inhaled all of these toxins into their body. And then what do? So they went to their medical doctor, who again gave them something that they thought could help, but it was more toxin for their body.
Yeah.
So finally, someone from Serving Those Who Serve came to Dr. Naram and says, we need to help these people. He says, I know how to help them. My ancient secrets can help them.
Okay.
And he started giving them these ancient secrets, these herbal formulas, these home remedies, the diet, what to eat, what not to eat. So many of these firefighters now that we have their interviews, they went in for x-rays, the black spots on their lungs went away.
Wow.
Their asthma, they had 3 inhalers, throw them away. Depression went away. They got their life back and they could continue helping people. So lots of these doctors, lots of the mothers and lots of the fathers want to learn, how can I use these ancient secrets to help my patients, to help my family, to help my children, to help myself? And so as a part of that, because Dr. Naram is a traveling lineage, because he goes into all of these countries, he goes into all these cities, his students can't go with him every single place.
Yes, yeah.
In the past, that's the way it was.
Right.
But thank goodness for the technology that gives us the chance to follow him and learn from him in the midst of what's happening. Can I share one example?
Yes, of course.
This example changed my life. So this tells it, again, I mean, I already saw so many things working, but this showed me the power of these ancient secrets in even the most seemingly hopeless situation. So it was only a few months ago and I was with Dr. Naram in India. So this gives you an example for those who join Ancient Secrets Academy, what they can participate in from around the world thanks to technology. So we were in India and we were shooting a TV program, not too much different than this, and it was pretty late at night, and all of a sudden this woman came in and she had different clothing on, so it looked like she was from a Muslim country or somewhere.
Okay.
She ended up being from Bangladesh. And none of us knew her, and we didn't know how she found us. And she was kind of making some noise. And finally at the break, they said, cut, break. Dr. Naram went and talked to her. And she broke down in tears. And she started telling us her story, how she came from Bangladesh 6 months ago because her daughter had developed a blood cancer, a type of leukemia.
Okay.
And there wasn't the best hospitals or doctors there. So she took her daughter to this best hospital in Mumbai with the number 3 doctor in the world and started treating her. And this mother had spent all of her money. All of her money. She left her other 2 children, her husband behind. Her other 2 children had birthdays while she was gone.
Yeah.
Her only hope was, how do I help my daughter?
My little girl, yeah.
Yeah, her little 9-year-old girl. So the medication that they gave this girl helped her in some way where she started to get better, slowly, slowly, slowly. This mother's hope started to rise. But the side effect, again, of the medication was that it knocked out some of her natural defenses.
It's too harsh on someone so young.
So her lungs developed a fungal infection that slowly took over her breathing.
Okay.
This little girl says it felt like someone was choking her. No air could come in, no air could go out. They rushed her into the ICU, the intensive care unit, and in one day she was in a coma.
Mm-hmm.
So day after day in this coma, the mother was watching, going to the doctors, trying to figure out what can I do for my little girl, spending over $1,000 a day. Finally, it got to the 9th day, and this number 3 doctor in the world, according to this mother, said to her, there is no hope. We've never seen anything work in this circumstance, and you're spending money for what?
Mm-hmm.
So she had tubes in her nose, tubes in her mouth, 100% oxygen. They recommended removing the tubes.
Oh, okay.
And in one breath, she would have been gone. So this mother says, if they don't have a solution, then what can I do?
Mm-hmm.
And in Bangladesh, she remembered watching these TV programs with Dr. Pankaj Naram talking about
Okay.
ancient secrets. Every time she tried one for blood pressure, for cough and cold, for fever, it worked.
Yeah.
So she thought, maybe there's something here. Maybe he can help me. And this is the fantastic thing that I don't know how this happened or how it worked, but she just looked on the internet, where is the TV studio? And she took a taxi cab at that moment, showed up just at the same moment when Dr. Pankaj Naram was there.
Yeah, that's fate.
Yeah, he's not even in India very often and not at that studio.
Right.
She described the situation to him, and he was leaving the next day for Nepal. So he couldn't go. But Dr. Giovanni, who he talked about, and I went to the hospital, and we saw there. And Kanika, have you been in ICU before, intensive care unit?
No, fortuitously I haven't.
Okay,
but-
good. I'm glad you haven't. It's very, very depressing. For anyone who has been in an ICU, you know what it's like. It's like, we walked in, there was 4 hospital beds. All 4 of the people were in coma.
Mhm.
The families were surrounding them in tears. It looked like a mortuary to
Yeah.
me. And I was thinking, how many people have died in these beds?
Yeah.
And so we walked over, and this is the first time I met this little girl. And she was in a coma. Her eyes were closed, they were taped shut. Her face was swollen, the tubes in her nose and her mouth, her whole body bundled.
Mm-hmm.
All the beeping sounds, all the equipment hooked up, the nurses coming here, nurses coming there. You know, all the most expensive equipment. And here I was with Dr. Giovanni, and we're thinking, what can we do with these ancient secrets? And
Yeah.
in my mind, I was thinking, what can happen really for
Right.
this little girl?
Yeah.
And I asked the mom, I says, what do you want? And she says, all I want is for my little girl to open her eyes again and say, Mommy.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I don't know what's going to happen. So Dr. Giovanni went, felt this little girl's pulse, and says, it's very weak. Her heartbeat was going so strong. Says, I'm not exactly sure what we can do, but we're going to call Dr. Naram. So he called Dr. Naram in Nepal.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Naram says, here's what you do. And I was thinking, what can we do? The doctors, we can't switch her diet. She's eating through a tube.
Right.
They're not going to let us crush some herbs and put it in the IV.
Mm-hmm.
So what can we do? So Dr. Naram came up with 3 things, and we told the mother. He says,
Okay.
first of all, you take these specific herbal formulas.
Uh-huh.
And for anyone who wants to know this, because you want to, through the Academy, we've created some YouTube videos. If you search on YouTube, Dr. Naram Coma, you can find these
Okay.
and learn exactly what to do. You
Yeah.
can see exactly. One is these herbal formulas, crushed with some ghee and put on the navel.
Mm-hmm.
According to Dr. Naram, it's like a second mouth. I didn't know this.
Yes.
I was learning myself through
Yeah.
the Academy of this living, learning, nurturing Academy of Life.
Okay.
So that sucked in them that way. Second
Mhm.
of all, he taught certain marma points to press for the little girl, to
Mhm.
awaken her subconscious.
Yeah.
One point was here, another point was the 7th point here,
Mm-hmm.
another point was this one. So
Yeah.
teaching the mother how to do these different things.
Okay.
Press a finger like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and second one is 4, 4, and press here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and after that here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and last one is like that and that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The third one was a home remedy. So in all this expensive equipment, he had us take an onion, cut it in 6 pieces, put it in a bowl on the left side. And then in another bowl, we put milk and put it on the right side of her head. So on each side is one of these bowls.
Okay.
One with onion, one with milk.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we're doing this thinking, okay, seeming superstitious, but there's a science behind it, an ancient, thousands-year-old science. So we did these three things, the marma, the home remedy, these herbal remedies, and we told the mom, keep doing this. She didn't have any other choice. Just like these firefighters, just like my dad, they were hopeless situations, so she said, why not try it?
Right.
So she did it in 24 hours. We got a call from the mom. She says, my daughter went from 100% oxygen to 50% oxygen. In 3 days, Dr. Giovanni got a call from the mom saying, my little girl opened her eyes again, and she says, Mommy.
Oh,
7 days
remarkable.
Later, we videoed this whole experience. You can hear this little girl speak such positive, optimistic words, hear the mother speak about this experience. Best part of the story is those other 4 people in a coma, the nurse says, if this works for this little girl, why not
everyone in the...
So she started doing it. Her own sister was in this hospital bed. The doctors have given up hope. She came out of a coma.
Okay.
And in that hospital room, 7 days later, I went, 3 had come out of a coma, and 1 was home from the hospital completely.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
the power of ancient secrets.
Yes, yes,
And
that's
to be
amazing.
able to learn from Dr. Naram, wherever he is in the world, through the technology of the internet, ask questions, interact, is a golden opportunity. So I'm so happy that you asked that question. So happy for Dr. Naram and this whole experience.
So Dr. Clint, can you tell us about how our viewers can get in touch with Dr. Naramji and how they can join this academy?
Yeah, very good. Yeah. So right now, Ancient Secrets Academy is invitation only. It's very exclusive, only for those people who are very serious about wanting to learn ancient secrets for how to live to 100 years, how to help their children, these kind of situations. So ancientsecretsacademy.com is the website they go to, or they can go to drnaram.com, drnaram.com. Now, for those who want to see their pulse, again, that sells out so fast, but there's a phone number that they can call. It's 877-593-8853. Again, that's 877-593-8853. And he has many, many cities in Canada, US, Europe, where he goes to, where people can meet him in person. So there's those 2 opportunities.
Thank you. It's been an absolute privilege to have you on our show today and sharing all of those ancient secrets with our viewers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaskar.